Hi, it's Laura, and I'm here to talk about how you can work on your child's speech and language development at home. Just because you're not coming into the clinic doesn't mean you can't continue to work on their language skills. And remember, even when you are coming into the clinic, it's not the 45 minutes a week they spend with me that makes them a successful communicator. It's what you do at home that really makes all the difference. In this video, I'll be talking about how to target language and play skills with blocks. As always, my top 3 tips for making your child a communicator are to have fun, be consistent, and meet them where they're at. Blocks. Blocks are a great foundational toy for kids. There's a million different kinds of blocks. These ones happen to be my favorite, but you can use whatever blocks you have. It's all the same. When it comes to increasing a child's language skills, we always have to start with play. If a child can't play, they're not going to be a functional communicator. So playing with blocks can be something that a child does independently. Sure, they can sit there and they can stack up their blocks. Or you can jump in that play and you could play blocks together. Maybe first the child puts a block down, then you put a block down, then the child goes, and then you go. You're taking turns, but you're playing together with a toy. When you're targeting play and language skills, you want to make sure that it's interactive and engaging. You don't want your kid taking these blocks and moving away from you. You want them to want to play with you. So you're going to have to act like these are the coolest things you've ever seen in your life. You love blocks. If you love blocks, they'll probably love blocks too. So when you're playing, you can show them, maybe we could stack up the blocks. Maybe we could crash the blocks. Maybe we could put the blocks upside down. Maybe we could put something in the block. Where'd that bunny go? I don't know where the bunny is. There's the bunny. Make it fun. Show them that there's lots of different things that you can do with blocks. Another thing you can target with blocks is verbal routines. So a verbal routine is repetitive, predictive language sequence that a child can jump in on. Ready, set, go is my favorite one, but one that I use with blocks a lot is up, 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 down, 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 or up, 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 crash. Saying the same thing over and over helps your child assign language to play. And when they feel comfortable playing, they might start to use that language that they've heard you use again and again and again and again in their own play. So if every time you play with blocks, one way that you play is by stacking them up and saying up, 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 crash, then your child will start to familiarize themselves with that routine of up, 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 crash, and maybe start using it themselves. Vocabulary is another concept that you can target with blocks. Of course, up, 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 down, 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 stack, crash. You could talk about the shapes. Not all blocks are square. Some blocks are round. Some blocks are tall. Some blocks are short. There's all different kinds of vocabulary with that, along with the colors. You could also talk about prepositions. Block on, block off, block next to, block in, block out. If your blocks are like mine and they have pictures on them, that opens up a whole nother realm of vocabulary. Giraffe, bee. What's that giraffe doing? Looks like he's eating a leaf. Lots of different things that you can talk about when it comes to the pictures on the blocks. So when you target vocabulary with blocks, you want to make sure that you're not just doing nouns and adjectives. It's great when a child can label things, if they can say butterfly, red block, but we also want them to be able to use other features of language like prepositions or pronouns. The sun is hers. She is flying. Lots of different things that you can target with that. If your child is working on 2-word phrases, you can also target that with blocks. You could say, my block, block up, block down, fall down, blocks crash. Goes in, goes out, block on, block off. Lots of different 2-word phrases that you can incorporate into your block play. So I talked about when we were talking about vocabulary that there's different features of language that you want your child to be able to use. It's great when kids can label things. That is a skill. But we also want them to be able to tell us what they need. If they're standing there just labeling things, you can't be 100% sure what they need. But if they're standing there saying, I want block, you know exactly what they mean. So requesting is something that you can target with blocks. That's going to look different depending on where your child's at. For some kids, if they tell me more, I accept that as a request and I give them a block. If a child is already speaking and they sign more, that's not going to cut it for me. I want to hear a little bit more. Maybe they need to say block, or block please, or I want block, or I want orange block, I want red block. There's a lot of different requests that you can work in to playing with blocks. Another functional tool to help you target language with your child is offering choices. Do you want red block or do you want orange block? This way you're kind of giving them a clue of like, hey, the answer is either red block or orange block. You're not going to be wrong if you say one of those two things. And I'm even going to say it for you first. Do you want red block or do you want orange block? When you give them choices like this, it helps them understand not only the language, but how to use the language. You could ask them, should I put block up or down? Should I take block off? Should I stack blocks? Or should I line blocks up? Lots of different models that you can provide while also offering choices with your blocks. I hope this video gives you some ideas on how you can work with your child's language using blocks at home. Remember, have fun, be consistent, and meet them where they're at. I hope you're staying healthy and that I get to see you soon.